Interested in penny farthings, or as this one is actually an ordinary, as they were known in the day. It's manufactured by myself. I've got forks, elliptical oval, extremely difficult to make, which took me about at least 10 attempts to get a pair that were useful. At that point, even then I had to jump all over them to straighten them up. Awful lot of heat had to go into that. The top part is a solid piece. It has a cone bearing at the top and the bottom. It's adjustable at this point so that you can remove all of the back half of the bike by undoing this little unit here, and it comes apart. Not too difficult to do, and it adjusts the steering. Should last pretty much the life of the bike. Very unlikely to wear out. The brake is just a simple piece of metal that rubs an awful lot of rubber. So it works the opposite way round to a modern bicycle, which would run a little bit of rubber rubbing on an awful lot of metal. Basic lever at the top. Handlebars, I've got these little dimples on them so that they can be lower and your legs will come almost right to the handlebar as the pedals operate. Moving on. Most important part here, the gentleman's guard. You do not want clothing to snag into this enormous wheel and drag into the bike. The consequences would be, well, dire to say the least. So that just to prevent your clothing and your legs from snagging. The oldest part of the bike is this leaf spring through here from an Austin 7. So that's my oldest element. Saddle sits on the top, just a standard book saddle, nice comfy leather saddle. Moving round, the wheel itself, 52 inches. The rim, I was unable to make a sufficiently reasonable quality rim, so I've purchased this one from a gentleman in Yorkshire, Mr. Tony Huntington. He actually still produces all the penny farthing rims that are employed in this country now. Spokes came from the old bicycle company. A good friend here, he's actually with us today. You can't get spokes more than 12 inches long, so these ones are 26 inches long to accommodate they're not straight, they're tangential, as you can see, they crisscross. 60 spokes, all manufactured by myself. So it makes for a very large wheel. Coming down a bit further, they're fairly good pedals. They're actually a two-speed bicycle. If you look right down here, you see there's another hole. You can see there's another hole in the crank which accommodates moving the pedal up, so that your feet don't move so far around a circle as the wheel goes around. So you can actually revolve a little bit faster with the bicycle. At the moment it's in the lower bit so that I can get up some hills. Where do we come? Further round. So we had a 52-inch front wheel, 18-inch rear. Solid tyres. They are still made by a company in Manchester. They are very uncomfortable. They don't give you an awful lot of comfort, hence the springs, etc. at the top. The forks at the back, I only needed to make 2 sets of those. By that time I'd got a little bit more confident in the manufacturer. Tapered tube. This bit is actually a piece of exhaust pipe. It's the right diameter. It shouldn't corrode at any rate. Obviously the whole bike's all braced together. This spring obviously needs to slide, which is what this little unit here is for, to allow the spring to accommodate movement. Other than that, that's roughly it. An excellent machine, really elegant to ride. Really, when you're up that high, it's amazing how much more of a view and etc. Disadvantage, awful in the really strong wind. Really difficult. So, there you go. Thank you very much.